Hey guys, go to SP2. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Part 32. In the last part, we did the side quest. No, we didn't do the side quest. I don't know why I said that. We did we visited Castle Ostia, and Hector's brother told us we have to go to the Nabata Desert. So we're going to the desert now, which is pretty exciting, I suppose. And now we're in Chapter 22, Living Legend. Chapter that I don't like for a lot of reasons. First of all, you're in a desert, which, I don't think the game tells you, but your movement is like so reduced in the desert, it's insane. And it's not like rain or anything like that, or it goes away. No, desert just stays. It's just annoying, because it's like, horse units are so bad in deserts and snowy areas and rain. And we get a nice little painting cutscene, I suppose. I don't know what you would call that. But yeah, like desert doesn't go away, and it's kind of hard to bring your healers along unless you're using Sarah, which I don't know. I think Briscolia is better just because she can move around a lot more, and her HP isn't that bad because they gave her the angelic robe, so I'm not really that worried about her. I guess Sarah would be pretty useful, but I don't know. So we meet some old guy and a young woman. So apparently he knows where we came from and such, which is interesting enough. And apparently this lady is looking like the pent guy is looking for something, but bandits are coming around to kill him, or whatever. So now she's like, if he doesn't come, I will not eat with you, or she'll eat later with him. Her name is Lois. I think that's how you pronounce that name. I don't know. Not many of my friends or not many people I know are named that. So I'm assuming that means Louis or Luis. Lord Archsage. I wonder who could that be? Who is this Archsage character? Have you met him before? Well, I'm gonna spoil it right now. Actually, no. I don't think it's really spoiling though, because the game told you, and I just didn't directly tell you his name. I think I wasn't really paying attention. But if they did tell you his name, well, I don't care. I'll tell you later. See, as you can see, there's some couple of enemies right there. So one guy's name is Jasmine, the other guy's name is Paul. They're both twin brothers, I'm assuming. I don't see why they would not be. I thought it was a weird name, like, not many people I know are named Jasmine. That's a boy. I don't know, maybe Paul, I know some people, but not Jasmine. I'm not gonna, no offense to him that his name Jasmine is a boy. I'm not saying that's a bad name, I'm just saying, I don't know what that many people are call their kids that. Well, I know girls, but not really boys. And I recommend you bring a flying unit, and that's really about it. That's the only unit you really need. Maybe sword user, because both the bosses are, I think, warriors, so they have axes. So yeah, I guess if you want to bring one, go ahead. If you don't, you don't have to. I'm gonna give everyone the promotional items now because they're most of them are about ready to promote. A couple of levels, but almost. Antitoxin. Probably gonna give the secret book to Sane. That's because, I don't know, because I can't think of anyone else that has, like, bad accuracy. Maybe Hector, because, I don't know, like, axes aren't the most accurate weapons, so maybe it's just the axes themselves. But, you know, I could be wrong, so. Probably am, I don't know. I know axes aren't that, I don't know axes for a fact are inaccurate, but it depends. If Sane has more skill than him, Hector, I'm gonna give it to him. But if he doesn't, then I'm just gonna give it to Sane. Or if they're about the same, I'm gonna give it to Hector, because if when Sane promotes, because he's gonna promote first, because you don't get the promotional item for the lords just yet, because I'll tell you later. So Yeah, but everyone's about ready to promote, which is pretty nice. No one promotes in this chapter, sadly enough. But you know, you might see something happen maybe next chapter. That's where I like to focus on a couple of units whenever I do promotion. I suppose that's what you would call it. Yeah, I remember, I recommend you bring a good, strong defensive flying unit. Maybe he's if you train him up. Well, I guess it's like the first chapter you really get to use him. Not really, but one of the few chapters where I guess, I don't know. I guess VR could be another replacement. Because Florian, I don't think her defense is so high. She only has like 3 or 4 or something like that. Not the best defense in the world. But I brought her anyway just because she was my highest level and I didn't really care. But there is a side quest in this chapter which I'll explain later because we haven't met the recommendation stuff or the stuff you need. So what I recommend is more or less make your flying unit go where to the green unit is because you want to rescue him because he's gonna get a lot of the kills. And you don't want that to happen if you want to get the side quest. So I didn't do that because I didn't really feel like I needed to get the side quest. Actually, I didn't get the side quest because I was actually trying to get it, but I spent like 5 recording sessions trying to get that side quest and I had nothing. I mean, I had something, but I never got it. Like, even if I did rescue him, my Florina would always die. So it was like, I don't really feel like the need to get it because the side quest itself isn't really that rewarding. It isn't really important in the storyline at all. The only difference is you might gain a bit more experience, but overall, you don't really need to do that side quest. In my opinion, anyway, you don't need to. I'll explain the side quest. I never got it because I feel bad for not actually showing you, but I might show like a picture later. I don't know, but like the side quest itself is easy because what I saw from it, it looks like an easy side quest. I'll explain it later though, so if you're wondering, I'll tell you later. Okay, the first thing you need though for the side quest though is all your units need to get 700 experience or combined. So not everyone has to get 700 experience. Like all the units together have to get 700 experience. So basically, like I don't know how much you get for a kill, but like you know everyone has to get at least everyone together. So Hector can have 100. Everyone can have 100 experience, and you'll be alright. At least if you take 7 people, yeah. But the reason that's so hard to get is because Pent, he's gonna kill a lot of the enemies because he's smack dab in the middle of the enemies, and he's really hard to rescue him if you don't have a strong defensive flying unit. Like I said, I think Heath, or Free Arrow would be good people to use unless your Florina has a lot of defense, or you beefed her up with the I think Dragon Shield is what it is. It's like the thing that raises your defense. But yeah, if you use that, you might be okay, but this Florina's defense is like 3 or something, so I didn't really worry myself with it. And the second thing you have to do to get the side quest is, you see that one green unit, you need to talk to him, Elliewood or Hector. Elliewood if you're playing the regular storyline, and Hector if you're doing Hector's mode. So, if you don't know what Hector's mode is, I'll explain it later once we get to it. I don't see a reason to tell you now. Basically, I'll tell you now anyway. Basically what it is basically, once you beat the game, or Elliewood's part, you basically go into a Hector's mode, which is basically the same thing. Minor differences, the enemies are a bit challenging, or a bit more tough. You get a couple of more additional units you didn't get from the original. And you see from Hector's perspective, so if, when Elliewood's dad dies, you'll see how Hector would react instead of say Elliewood. I guess Elliewood's reaction was pretty simple. But anyway, that's basically what Hector's mode is. I probably will cover it later, probably after the series is over, because it's the same thing. And what I might do is just show the chapters that are different and just tell you what the difference is, because that would just make more sense. But yeah, I think you get one additional chapter if you do Hector's mode, I think. Because there's just one chapter where it's only Hector and Matthew. So I'm thinking that's the chapter, but I never played it because I never really, I never beat this game. But yeah, if you want to get a psycho, just rescue Pent. Cause like the thing is, he actually moves too. It's not like he doesn't like go where you guys are. He's just gonna kill everything. But yeah, you can recruit this guy called Hawkeye. I don't know if you don't recruit him, what would happen? Like the storyline, I guess the storyline itself, because he is an important character to the storyline. But you know, Hawkeye, I don't really recommend using him. He's like one of those pre-promoted units. He doesn't have the best growths, you know, but his stats are really high right now. But well, if you compare him, say like if you train Dart, you know, he'll be like Dart, but you know, he probably will have more HP and probably more defense. But don't really recommend him. But if you want to use him, he's there, I suppose. He is your first berserker unless you really train up Dart to get him to berserker. But yeah, you can't even train him to berserker yet. You don't have that pirate seal or blue seal. It's like the promotion item for pirates. You don't have that, so you can't do it. As you can see, I think my closest unit promoting right now is I think Sane. If not him, yeah, Sane. He's almost level 20, so kind of interesting. Sane might be my first unit promote. The bosses themselves do have hand axes. I don't know about the other one. I'm guessing he does. Usually I don't really worry about him though. But yeah, he does have hand axe, which does make him pretty annoying. Like especially if you're gonna use Rebecca, because it gets annoying trying to attack him. Because he will just follow you around and it gets annoying. But yeah, as you can see, the boss, he's not that bad. I was pissed off though at that point because he had 22% chance of hitting me. I swear, sometimes the weapon triangle is so messed up. I'm not saying like it should be 100% accuracy, like for the other unit. I'm just saying, you know, kind of make it a bit better, you know, guys. I don't know. I don't know what the next Fire game is, so I was like, I know there's one in Japan, but they were released in North America. It's a DS game. I think it was like the sequel to Shadow Dragon, but never got released here for, I don't know. Fire Emblem was pretty popular here, I would say. I know a lot of people don't like it, so I don't see why they don't have it here. Maybe the sale didn't go so well for Shadow Dragon. I don't know. But I would like to see another one. Maybe for the Wii U, maybe for the 3DS. I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they made for a 3DS one. That'd be pretty interesting. Cause like whenever you just turn on the animations and stuff, you can just view like weapon stuff 3-dimensional. I don't know. It would be an interesting idea to see. But yeah, fortunately, they probably won't make a Fire Emblem. I mean, I can't imagine they're just gonna abandon the series, because they have one for about every Nintendo console, so I don't see them just abandoning the series in North America. Because there is, a lot of people do like the game. But as you can see, he can do some serious damage to Rebecca, but the main reason for that is because she's carrying a steel bow, which adds weight, and weight does factor into speed, believe it or not. So, yeah. I recommend you either kill a sword user because it's a bit more easier. Maybe not a guy, maybe Raven. He'd be a good choice. I don't know, I never really used mercenaries in the Game Boy Advance games. I always used soldiers though. I don't know, I just feel the soldiers are awesome. But if I use a mercenary, I don't know. I wouldn't mind using Raven. This my guy was, I don't know, was Guy really high level by then? Because when you get Raven, he's like level 7. So would Guy be like, I think he was 13 by then. I don't know, kind of like Florina and Heath. Or Fiora and Heath. I mean, Fiora and Florina. But anyway, if I ever play through this game again, which I might, I don't know for sure, but if I ever do, I might, you know, use Raven. That's the one thing about Fire Emblem is you can always switch the units you can use. Which is, I think is pretty nice because you don't always have to use the same units. So I don't mind using some different units and like I played a lot of Radiant Dawn. I have like 5 save files for that game. Because I don't know, I just like playing that, I guess, on my Wii. I just use my good old Wii mode because you can. I don't know, I think it'd be cool if they actually had the motion connectivity. I don't know, I think that's what they should have done, but for people that like the old school one, you know, I'm not blaming them for not doing it. I think it would be pretty interesting to see how it would work. Kind of like how they never had Pikmin 2, the Wii version released in North America, that was released in like every other place, including Australia. I don't know. Australia doesn't really get that many games. Or do they? I don't know. But, you know, Europe does get some games, but I don't know. I think more America is still the king when it comes to getting multi games. Oh no, actually no. Japan gets about every game. The only games you really don't get is probably like the Xbox games, because no one really plays Xbox in Japan. Probably because it's not really, because Xbox doesn't have that many really interesting exclusives to them, I suppose. Because most of their exclusives are more or less shooting games. Which I'm not. I like shooting games, but they could have done like, they could have had different games, you know. Because Fable is a good series, but it's not gonna, you know, bring you all the way up to the top of exclusives. I still think Nintendo has the most better ones, because they do. Sony's second, but I don't know. I think Microsoft they just go for where they think the money's at for whatever reason. I don't know why, because Microsoft's making money from computers and stuff, so I don't see why they would do that. Anyway, I killed Jasmine. Jasmine for me is usually easy, because I guess I get lucky with Hector using the Wolf Bale. That was a bad level up for Hector. He only got luck and HP. Now I killed Paul? No, I killed Jasmine. I suppose I killed Paul with Hector. But yeah. In this chapter you have to kill all the enemies, which isn't that hard if you use pen. I'll talk about the side quests now. Basically what the side quest is, it's basically kind of where you're in this room where you have all these different promoted units. So you're gonna have one room, one little 3x3 room that has a bishop. Then you go down or up, you're gonna find a sniper or something like that. So it's an interesting side quest, but to me it's not really worth it, because I don't think you're gonna get that much experience. And the boss himself, he's that one boss from I believe from the that side quest chapter of all the magic users. So if you want to do the side quest, you can, but I don't think it's really worth it that much, because I don't think it's a good payoff for doing a side quest. Like, some of the side quests are really good, but some of them are just kind of really weird. But after this side quest, you don't really get a lot. Anyway, that's the end of the chapter, guys. I don't think the game really tells you, but I don't know. But Eric's master person is actually Lord Penn. I actually kind of noticed that, because whenever I was doing one chapter, he died. He's like, Lord Pent, I did not show you my true potential or something like that. I'm like, oh, I never knew he was his student. Because he doesn't even tell you either. He's like, you don't really talk to Eric. I wish he kind of brought more. Kind of like how they did in the console games, how they kind of introduced about everyone, but, you know, in a good pace, you know. They really don't. They didn't really do that, though, because most of the time you were really talking to, Sora and Ike or Nolf. You know, you're only really talking to that many other Ike mercenaries or Grail mercenaries. So yeah, we're gonna meet this old guy. He seems pretty cool. He looks like an Asian wizard or some more. He's Athos? Wow. If you didn't know from the beginning of Elliot's chapter, Athos was one of the 8 legends, as Hector is saying right now. And yeah, he settled in the Nagar desert, and now he's just living here for 1,000 years, you know. No one cares, you know. I wish I could live 1,000 years, you know. That'd be pretty nice. Or what? I don't know. I think like if you look at some movies nowadays, like they kind of make living infinitely or being you don't die like forever. They seem like it's kind of depressing. I guess it makes sense though, because you know you really can't be married. You really can't. Well, I guess you can have a job, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think humans sometimes kind of take that for granted. I suppose. Unless both your wife and you can live forever, then you're kind of screwed. And then would your son live forever? You know, well, I don't know. I guess like if you could live like 200 years, you know, I wouldn't be that bad, or 1,000. But I don't think that's ever gonna happen. If it does, it's probably gonna be from like a medicine. I don't think we're gonna evolve to live a longer life. That'd be cool though if he did somehow evolution happened, but we're not really sure just yet. Anyway, Athos is talking about going to this place in a burn called the Shrine of Seals, and Louis and Pent are both married. I don't know if they probably did see that. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, now they say yeah. Yeah, so we get these two guys too. They're pretty cool. I like them. They look really cool. I just like them a lot. Probably my favorite couple in a Fire Emblem game, even though there really aren't that many. So yeah, we're gonna go to Burn. There's no like in between chapters between Burn. We just go straight to Burn, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much the chapter, guys. Hope you enjoyed this chapter. Remember to click the like or dislike or just rate the video. That would help me out a lot. Comment also, and subscribe if you do like my videos. Question of the day, I suppose, is what's your favorite pre-promoted unit you get in the Fire Emblem games? Mine personally is probably going to be, I don't know, I like Pence and Louis a lot. I don't know, they just look really cool, I suppose. Cause the most pre-promoted units look really stupid. Like Seth from like Fire Emblem 8, I don't really like him that much. And you get alpha drops, which I'll explain later, or in the next chapter more likely. So yeah, we're gonna keep Hawkeye and everyone up. Sadly, we do not get to bring Athos. That'd be pretty cool. You actually never mind. Yeah, we're the children of Roland because Roland was a hero that settled in Lycia. So yeah, that's pretty much the chapter, guys. This is wait, no, Fair. We're back in Fair. So apparently we're just gonna teleport to Fair. And don't you guys think Alienwood's mom is so young for whatever reason? I don't know. Like if you look at his dad's like, you know, oldish, but his mom looks so young for whatever reason. I don't know. That's probably just me. I just think she's young looking. So apparently she knows about her husband dying. So yeah, we're just gonna he's not gonna spend the night at his house, but apparently he wants to, which I guess it makes sense though, because you know, once you want your son to return from a long journey, this is spend one night at your house. Anyway, he don't talk to me for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it'd be cool, like if you could like actually give like 3 responses to his questions, like. Cause he asks you a lot of questions. I wish you could like personalize Mark a bit more. That would have made the game a lot better, or not a lot better, but it'd be interesting. So yeah, he wants to learn about my life. So anyway, very exciting stuff. Let's just go to NSP2 saying adios.